Hello, everyone. We are live today. I'm so excited to be here with you to take a look at what 2022 had in store for us and where we're going in 2023. So stay tuned while we take a look at everything that we've gone through together. So, for background, my name is Raquel Sims, and I run the customer success department here at Promo Republic. Most of you may see my face if you're a part of the CMO Peer Talks community on LinkedIn, where we're speaking with franchisors and CMOs on a daily basis. So, very nice to meet you. I'm very excited to dive into our topics for today. I get some feedback that no one can hear me. So let's take a look as to why. Testing. Hello, hello. Perfect. Okay. So starting over again, for those that haven't heard anything, today we're going to dive into 2022 retrospectively reviewed and look forward to 2023. My name is Raquel, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. I am the host of CMO Peer Talks, so you have seen me all over LinkedIn if you're in our community, and if you're not, what are you doing? So diving into today's agenda, we're going to really take a look of what we've seen thus far. So the changes in consumer behavior, how that has affected local marketing in 2022 and what to expect in 2023, what the franchise marketing ecosystem has been like this year and what it will look like next year, as well as the Promo Republic's vision for 2023 and beyond. And that is ultimately our goal here. It is to help franchises stay ahead of the curve. So we are excited about all of this today. So starting with the trend map, I think this is a really great way to analyze what we have across the years together. Again, looking retrospectively at 2022 and looking forward at 2023. We've collected how the market has changed, how the consumer behaviors have changed, and how that affects the tech giants overall and our evolution. So starting with 2022, you can see that we had inflation, labor shortages, and a rise of a lot of budget-friendly options because with the cost of living crisis, everyone is really keeping a track of how they're spending their money. And that includes local businesses and where they're going on their day-to-day basis. We've also seen this affect the massive tech companies overall, because this is how they are changing how they do business. We've seen this again with the layoffs and how this has changed the overall user experience as well in terms of their physical product by making things all about the hyper local user experience and the overall user generated content that is being seen across all the social channels. This has also changed how franchisors are conducting their marketing. You can see the franchisees are the main clients as the ZORs. They're focused on the data points and utilization and overall in terms of the marketing aspects. You can also see how this has affected Promo Republic, where you have our local SEO product that has just come to fruition, where this is a step beyond Google Business Profile reporting, where you can really see how your overall business is performing, as well as our intelligence, where our intelligence engine is powering all the data points and really providing valuable experiences for the overall franchisors and Zs, more importantly. Now let's take a look at what that means for 2023. So I think as a result of what we've all gone through in 2023 in terms of our consumers, you see that people are now demanding authenticity more than ever. People are no longer, infatuated with the old school influencer approach. We want everything to be authentic, from the people that we follow on social to the companies that we buy from. So this is really where UGC comes into play, and the importance placed on the customer experience. That is totally going to be the forefront of absolutely everything and every brand moving forward. So that is really important. In terms of the franchise marketing, you can see this has been a really hotbed for investment across the franchise network. And you have a lot of personal and local touches added into their marketing tech stack, which may not have been there before. Maybe it was fully localized head office marketing, and now we're seeing it down to the franchisee level. We also are seeing a lot more investments in teams and culture, which is fantastic, because to retain top talent, you need to have a organization that really facilitates a culture where people do want to work. And that trickles down to us at Promo Republic as well. Not only are we investing in our team, but also our product. So we want to be the number one franchise intelligence platform for local marketing on the market, period. And we're well on our way there, which is fantastic. And we have seen really how this has changed, because in 2020, the way that people are doing businesses or finding businesses has changed from a place where they're finding something on social, they're checking the reviews, they're checking listings, and then they're toggling back and forth for this. And this really didn't stop, once we left the strict rigidness of 2020 and move to, a more normal world in 2021 and beyond. And experts are forecasting that this will only increase moving into 2023. So we're really focusing on these three main pillars, because this is how people are discovering businesses and how they're evaluating businesses and choosing where to, again, spend their money further. So it is this full hybrid approach. And we've seen this in our own day-to-day lives, whether my most common example as a consumer is I'm finding a restaurant that I want to go to. Maybe I check their Instagram, then I'm going to their listings to check their hours, or to see if I can easily make a reservation from their Google business profile, all the way to checking their reviews to see if this is a really great establishment. And we know if something is essentially below a 4-star, we start to question it a little bit more. So that's where this holistic buyer journey picture comes into place, and why franchisors need to be spending their time there. And this is more so important now that we're seeing the highest inflation rate in 40 years, because not only did we have the lingering effects of the pandemic, such as the supply chain issues, delays, workforce shortages, and reductions, now local businesses and communities face that inflation rate as their new biggest area of a challenge and hardship. So because of these disruptions, we want to make sure that in Q3, we've seen that consumers are going towards the more affordable options or trustworthy options, or where they know that they will get the most value per dollar. And we have seen that Yelp has actually predicted that consumers' inflationary experiences intensified across the US as people are turning more to these budget-friendly options. So that they have really taken a magnifying glass to this that highlights that the data showing that food businesses are seeing one of the largest inflation experiences compared to a year before in the same quarter. And then after the food businesses, it goes into restaurants and then beauty spas and entertainment, because people are, again, being more conscious where they're spending their money. So when people are being more conscious spending their money, we need to be more effective in how we're reaching them and how we're messaging to them. And that's where this local marketing really comes into play, because we've seen this across the platforms that they've made major changes to their entire experience online to facilitate the end user approach. So 2022 was a massive, massive year for Google and how people are ranking in search. We've rounded up all of the exciting updates right here for you. The first is that Google highlights valuable reviews from local and videos when they're populating on the maps. And this has been one of my favorite additions to use as a consumer, because I can really get exactly what I need, what I want to find out in a matter of seconds. Google is also upgrading its restaurant search capabilities with the find local places that serve a specific dish. Like if I'm craving French onion soup, I can type that in and I can find where it's appearing either on the menu directly or in the reviews that are populating from other people who've left a review. So this is really, really interesting and fun if you're craving something super specific or want to make sure it's, for example, a restaurant is conducive for any allergies that they may be and so on. Google also combines menu information provided by people and merchants. So this is found on the restaurant websites and open standards for data sharing, which is really interesting. So this will showcase the most popular dishes and call out any dietary options or allergies, as we've just highlighted. And also, Google Maps is rolling out a new live AR feature that shows nearby businesses through a phone camera. And this allows you to discover businesses around you without physically seeing them. So this includes information like the rating, price tag, opening hours, etc. And vibe checks, which is so interesting to me because we know certain vibes are craved by certain people. Something that I really like may be different than something a colleague of mine likes or a friend of mine, etc. So determine the vibes, whether it's artsy or gastronomic, and of the neighborhood, and highlight the best businesses or places to go or most popular areas. Google combines AI with local knowledge from Google Maps and the users that have left reviews, which includes the photos and videos, etc. So this is massive change that we've seen across Google, and it's really, really interesting how this will impact the future as we move forward. And this was all done within 2022. So you can only imagine what that looks like moving forward into 2023. But following on, the changes that we have seen already, we have seen platforms get inspired by one another and kind of mimic the different areas where areas are growing into. You can see this in Yelp. Yelp rolled out new attributes for businesses to be found on the platform easier, which is fantastic. Instagram rolled out a Maps experience in July, which is completely new and helpful for those that are kind of conducting their full search on Instagram, when you go from finding a restaurant to zooming in and figuring out the neighborhood, etc. TikTok, most interestingly, is testing a nearby feed that they did in August, which promotes local content. And Google recently shared an in-house research indicated that over 40% of Gen Z users are using TikTok as their search engine, as opposed to Google or traditional search engines to find anything. And this is, again, relating back to that authenticity factor, because TikTok is people like you and me on our phones leaving honest reviews or just being, sharing what we're doing or giving feedback or giving recommendations, all really organically and naturally. That's where they go to trust. They're trusting peer-to-peers over a formal search engine. So this opens up a lot of opportunities for brands and local businesses to be visible, and more importantly, to be chosen by customers, whether it is Gen Z, millennials, etc. Moving forward into how the platforms are responding and what these changes mean into 2023 is that, again, we highlighted and predicted that customer experience is number one. So we will see that people are hunting for customer satisfaction, retention, loyalty in their communities, and meaningful connections. And you can see that Google is pushing users to use visual search more than text search. And Google has really increased the space allocated to image over the past 5 years. And images are playing an increasing role in mobile search than ever before. And this is really interesting because Google's transition to a more visible search results create tremendous opportunities for visibility and conversions. They do say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that's really where Google is playing into. And this is low-hanging fruit to increase your overall Google's locals conversions. But almost like everything Google does, they are going for an AI first approach here. So this does create some challenges as well with how it's moderated and how to scale this moving forward for multi-location brands. The second area that they're really growing into is the e-commerce here. And Google is predicting that 43% more Americans are planning to look for deals given the economy of the global world right now, in compared to the year before, because again, everyone is looking for the value per dollar. So this time the search engine is making it easier to find promotions, cut down on research by introducing promo badges, coupon clipping, deal comparisons, price insights, all embedded into their search results, into their shopping feature. So this means brands need to be updating their product listings in Google to ensure that they're getting clicks from the holiday, buying process. The third area that we're really seeing develop further is TikTok is communities. And we've highlighted previously that TikTok's really relatable because it is you and me in front of a camera we're going peer to peer. So people are often taking actions based on what they're seeing in their For You pages or in their feeds. Sometimes that action is really simple by trying a recipe or buying a product. I've definitely been TikTok influenced, so we know that this flow really works. But in 2023, the platform's actually trying to make a deeper influence amongst its users, because in the new year, marketers are trying to see that TikTok community take hold and not to be afraid to target to layered identities, speaking to different hashtag communities like hashtag tired moms instead of all moms, or hashtag cozy gamers instead of all gamers. There's literally a niche for absolutely everything, and this will leave your audiences feeling more and more validated and understood and really related to and targeted, which is what everyone wants to see moving forward. So to understand what's happening behind the scenes in the franchise industry specifically, we decided to ask different marketers in our community about their challenges in 2022. And what we're seeing as people are talking about tracking data, staffing, and retention issues more often than not, all three, which are vastly different, act as primary pillars for successful marketing operations. If you want your brand to grow, you have to ensure that your foundation is really built to scale. And we, as we're part of the CMO peer community. We have a lot of really great previous webinars that we've done and a lot of great initiatives coming up for 2023. If you are interested, definitely join the community. But Marcy Klein-Sasser has highlighted that she's really focused on data, while Angela Paulus is focusing on supply chain, and Ashia Bascaro is focusing on retention. So again, all three of these are majorly different areas where they found some challenges along the way, but it is helping them grow and plan more efficiently for 2023 and beyond. And you can see the trends that they're predicting as well here. Again, the same cross-section of CMOs here, but when we're asking them what they want to focus on, personalized marketing, brand authenticity, coupled with easy tools to deliver an excellent customer experience that's par to none, is where they're focusing all of their time, energy, and dollars on. So if you want to dive deeper on any of these trends, definitely join us on our CMO Peer Talks. We have another webinar that we've done that you can get the link to in the community if you want to hear from them directly. It was a really great webinar. But this is, again, highlighting that everyone, including CMOs all the way down to the end users, are focused on customer experience and authenticity moving into 2023. And again, this is because people are making more conscious decisions on where they are spending their money and what that looks like overall. Now, for our fourth pillar of our agenda, we did want to peel back the layers a little bit and show you what 2022 looked like for Promo Republic, because this has been a massive year for us in our growth overall. And we passed 3 amazing milestones in this year overall. The first is that we've expanded beyond social to local marketing through our local SEO tools. Now, this is great for us. If you're a fan of Promo Republic and have been with us for years, you know and love us for social, but we do so much more than that. So definitely reach out to us if you're curious about any of that. We've also launched our intelligent engine, which collects, analyzes local data, and gives suggestions for franchises. And this is great because we've realized, through that customer journey that we showed earlier, there's so many data points every single person is going through in the user journey. So they need to be able to analyze that and do something with the data. So that's what our platform does. We help make sense of all the data of the buyers to make better decisions all the way at the head office and franchisee level. And the third pillar for us was that we developed local visibility dashboards, which have all of the data live in one place across all locations. So we're making it even easier for franchisors to manage at one place. And it was an amazing year for us overall. We've partnered with over 20 new brands on board and analyzed over 5,000 locations, individual data. So that is a lot of number crunching, but we're really proud of all of our partners, and thank you for being such great team members. And what does this look like for 2023 and beyond? This helps franchisees drive the local vision. We discussed how the trends for the different social channels are all moving towards local community user experience driven initiatives and features. And that's where we're moving as well. So we're going to source and process more data over more channels. And we have some really exciting ones coming soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. We're offering even better suggestions for growth. And we're also helping franchises and multi-location brands thrive on local marketing across all units, which is really important that it is for all units. And we've asked the franchise community that we're all a part of, again, on LinkedIn. I've plugged this, I think, 4 or 5 times now. So if you're not in this community, really, what are you doing? But we've asked a takeaway here where we wanted to see what were your learnings over the past year and what are your insights. And we really appreciate everybody that has responded or taken some time to post this and shared their feedback. If you want to see any learnings, all you have to do is search this hashtag Franchise Community Takeaway 2022 on LinkedIn to hear from all of your peers directly. And I've scrolled through and I've seen really a lot of information here that I found so valuable. It's been really helpful for me to learn from each one of you. But with that said, everyone that entered had the ability to win, and I'm really excited to announce our winners. So congratulations to everybody. Ashley Mitchell, Marcy Kleinsasser, and Kristen Pichek. We're so excited for you to win, and thank you again for sharing your feedback on our community. So you each are going to receive a $50 Amazon gift card. So, just in time for the holidays, which is great in case you need to overnight some last minute, things to help with the holiday planning. Our community manager will reach out directly to give you the gift card. So thank you again for, participating in this trend. And we're really excited for our next initiatives and beyond. So with that said, data, as I've mentioned, has been at the forefront of everything that the social media platforms are doing, as well as where our Promo Republic platform is going. So we are breaking down all the data into silos for local marketing, as this is such an important part of growing your business. So if you're interested in scheduling an audit with us, you can do so. You can send a report in the chat. You can scan the QR code. And this data is going to capture everything from customers' interactions with your profile. We're going to visualize it and also give suggestions, which is a really important part. So this helps you make data-backed decisions and grow your revenue across locations. So this is really to help you get that full picture as you're heading into the new year. So again, don't be shy. Feel free to scan this. You don't have to be a partner of us. You don't even have to be in CMO Peer Talk. So we're just really here to help out in any way we can. So with that, I did want to thank you, everybody, for joining our live broadcast today. It was really great to share with you the trends that we've seen over the past year, what the forecasts are going to be for 2023, and how to do everything even easier with Promo Republic since we have really grown in 2023. This has been such a transformative year for Promo Republic, my team, and our customers and partners. And we're really excited to grow even further in 2023 beyond social, as mentioned, and with all the data points that we're able to do so. So thank you again for your time today. It was really great to be here. And I cannot wait to connect in the new year. Happy holidays, everybody.